really been battling out and been dropping these losses in some close contests. So they're looking to, hopefully clean up a few things, and one of these teams will come away today with a victory.
And a false start against the shot clock. So we'll try this again. And for Penn State, back-to-back losses by 6 points or less before the Purdue loss, a loss to Northwestern. All right, the clock is fixed. We can officially start this basketball game. And it goes inside for Taya Singleton, who misses the layup. Now see how much Penn State can get McKenna Marisa going. That's the goal coming off that 31-point performance against Purdue last time out. She's number 20 in the white uniform. Here is Kelly Jaycott looking downstairs for Leilani Kapanis, who's been their star freshman. Late in the shot clock. On the back down, nice scoop shot for the first 2 points.
Yeah, that's a tough move, and you mentioned freshman. I mean, being very under control, keeping her dribble, being able to find her spot and hit a spin move there. That was really smooth from her.
Kapanis, the native of Madison, Wisconsin, Badger territory. Double figures in 11 of her last 13 games, so she's somebody to watch out for sure. Here is Sayani Lassiter, fifth-year graduate student having a career year. I told you about her career night as well. The entry pass picked off.
Yeah, it's got to be a better pass there. I mean, Ty Singleton kind of had the lead a little bit, but it's got to be a bounce pass you're looking for. As you see, Kapanis trying to go to work early.
Now look at the tie-up. Singleton and Anna Camden. Rutgers won the opening tip, so they'll stay with Penn State.
You see Penn State already trying to be aggressive. Kapanis is known for really running this offense, but, I mean, she can score the basketball as well, getting into double digits in the last few games. I mean,
get it in quickly for Kapanis, and she has the first 4 points of the game.
Right on cue. Already looking for her shot early, and that's a good sign for Penn State to come out and be aggressive.
And some soft full court press from the Nittany Lions. As Lassiter gets trapped and finds Jalen Mason. There's Alicia Petri. Had a couple of good games lately. 8 points in 16 minutes for her against Ohio State earlier. Corner, Lassiter, does she have the three? Yes, she does. Picking up where she left off last time out.
Yeah, I mean, we already mentioned in the open, career high 5 threes last game. So I really appreciate her, coming out here, shooting with confidence, being able to knock it down. She's in rhythm. I feel like, she second guesses herself sometimes out there on the perimeter, but she's a great shooter.
Oh, Marisa turned the corner, and there was nobody there to greet her. First 2 points for McKenna Marisa.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication from Rutgers. Marisa just reading it perfectly. A little hesitation, not too much, wasn't too exotic with it, as you see Petri just taking it to the other end. But keep an eye on Marisa. She can really score the basketball.
Well, you've already seen it. Both teams have several guards who have some height, have some size, and can get to the rim really well. We saw it with Petri, Marisa, and Kapanis. Certainly true.
Well, that's how the game has really been evolving. These guards have just been so versatile. It's a tough bucket there from Hagins. But you mentioned it, the length of these two players, these two teams, being able to play multiple roles, being able to attack and shoot from outside.
Lassiter, no look it for Singleton and picked off. Kapanis is an artist on the steal and trying to go coast to coast as she scoops it in. Leilani Kapanis has 6 of the 10 points for Penn State and a great start for the Nittany Lions on the road.
Right, and Rutgers just too many turnovers right here. This soft press is really giving them a hard time.
Marisa leaning in, and she got fouled as Petri was there defensively.
The thing I like about Marisa is she really just takes her time of getting to the basket. You see her not super fast, just really head up the entire time, pushing the tempo. See there, a little crossover. Wasn't anything super spectacular. She just has an eye for how she can score the basketball, and then you see she gets to the free throw line.
So Marisa, who is second in the Big Ten and 7th in the country in scoring, 22.7 points per game at the line for a pair. And she's a great free throw shooter too, 83%. She gets there a ton.
Yeah, and you saw her ability just on that replay there. A little head fake, crossover hesitation. She's not shy about going to the cup, but she can also shoot it from outside too. So she's just a triple threat in so many different ways. She can also facilitate as well. A huge leader for her team. So scoring for Kapanis and Marisa.
12-5 Penn State. Got to be happy about this start on the road where they've struggled a little bit. Just 3-9 as they get the trap, almost turn it over. Lassiter stays inside midcourt. Was that pass tipped? Yes, it was. It's going to stay with Rutgers. We saw Victoria Morris check in for Rutgers. Allie Brigham and Nia Beverly are in for Penn State. First couple of subs for these two teams. Here's Petri carving around the top of the zone. In for Brown, and she's fouled.
Yeah, really.
That's been an issue for Rutgers this year a bit. 65% as a group, last in the Big Ten.
Yeah, you got to knock down free throws. I mean, we talk about so many games that have been decided, you know, from 5 points or less. So, you know, you knock these down at the free throw line, you could have had a win, you know, possibly, or at least put yourself in a better position to come away with the win if you knock down those free ones.
Freebie from Brown snaps a 6-0 Penn State run. Nittany Lions looking for the series sweep this season against Rutgers. Had to win a couple of months ago back in their place. Look inside for Brigham, turns the corner. The scoop shot won't go though, and Brown keeps it in play.
It was a tough move from Brigham and great defense from Osh Brown, just being straight up. I mean, she has the height advantage there, but you can just push her a little bit off the block. You see she had to fade away on the hook, and that's great defense.
Back inside for Brown. She has a bevy of post moves, and that time Brigham caught a little bit of the hand or the arm. The foul on Brigham, 2 against Penn State. And Brown silkier that time on the first free throw. Hawa Sidibe in for Rutgers. Maddie Burke in for Penn State. And Brown got them both. So she starts 3-4-4 at the line. And Rutgers is back within 4. Let's see all the different ways Penn State tries to get Marisa involved. That time, little slip from Brigham, who's good on the second try.
Yeah, clean up there, but I mean, even Marisa just being able to, how tight her ball handling is to be able to come off that screen so tight, but yet give enough space for Brigham to put in work down there. She missed it, but she was able to clean up, but that just shows that the guard play and the post players have great chemistry down there, running their offensive execution.
Here's Lassiter. Petri operating late in the shot clock. Lassiter looking for another 3, and she knocks it down.
And that's great. That's great for Osh Brown. That's great for the Rutgers bigs, for her to be able to open up that zone, because right now they're just playing her softly out there. If they can knock down some three-point shots, it's really going to open up down low.
Now we've got an offensive foul away from the ball.
I mean, they're definitely capable of doing that, but you know, just still figuring out each other really, and it's hard to play with so many different scores on the floor, because everyone, you know, has to think like, you know, hey, I have to use my other teammates. And a lot of these players come from teams where, you know, they're the top scorers.
Hey, Alicia Petri on the board with her first 3. Another one who can really get it going, well over 1,000 points in her career. And after Penn State had the great start, went up by 7 to tie ball game. Marisa, 4 points so far for her. Late in the shot clock, and she loses the possession as Brown tosses it back in. Shot clock does reset. Wow. And now we're going to stop play. Did Osh Brown have possession?
Shouldn't have reset, but it looks like it is.
Yeah, wow. She had half a toe down inside that sideline.
Interesting.
If it didn't reset, Marisa would have had the ball with 6 seconds to shoot out by midcourt. So a second possession here for the Nittany Lions. Here's Kayla Thomas in for the first time. Kick out, look for Beverly in the corner. She can knock down the 3, but couldn't right there.
Yeah, she can really shoot it. That was a good contest for Petri to run out there, because Beverly can shoot the three-pointer. She had a few last game. I mean, she can definitely light it up from downtown.
Yeah, the super senior, 42% that leads Penn State. Here's Sidibe, and back for Morris. Now inside, Osh Brown back to work. A little step back from 10, but couldn't knock it down. And then Burke fouled, trying to head the other way.
Test it. Yeah, but she can definitely put the ball on the floor and go by.
Shug Dixon just into the game for Lassiter and immediately pokes her hand in there and forces this tie-up.
Yeah, the players coming off the bench, you know, just to give an energy spark, and they're definitely going to have to get it done defensively because when they first came out, you know, Penn State was really dissecting all of their defense, getting every shot that they want. So now they're stepping up the traps, they're stepping up the press, they're showing different looks against Penn State.
Petri, back iron, and a second chance as Dixon finds it. Oh, it's a tough floater. Third try. Osh Brown came down with it, couldn't put it back in, but Petri's got it. Fourth opportunity for Rutgers on this possession. Late in the shot clock. Morris, open look. It's a three.
Yeah, you saw Morris ready to shoot that at all times. I mean, she was having her feet set because she saw how much was a block there, but you saw the defense just backing off of her, and like her being ready to knock down that shot is huge because, like I mentioned, they're just going to have to break Penn State out of this zone to open up the one-on-one work down low, and right now the shooter's just hot.
Rutgers has started the game 4 for 5 from 3. A quick in, open look for Anna Camden. That's a shot you'll take. 32% shooter, but Penn State has missed its first 2 from distance. Rutgers is on a 12-2 run after that nice start for Penn State. Morris curling off the screen, and that was rejected. That's going to stay here. You could see the confusion from Marisa, who thought it was just an air ball. Victoria Morris, the transfer from Old Dominion. She was their leading scorer 4 straight years. The one who can light it up. And it's been somebody different, it feels like, almost every day for Rutgers. Had 12 different players lead them in scoring. As Dixon tries from way downtown. Osh Brown the rebound and cuts through the double team for the layup.
I mean, she's just so good. Look how high she jumped over everyone to grab that rebound, took the power dribble. She found a lane where she was able to sneak through and clean up on the rim. That's just what she's so good at.
Rutgers playing some of its best basketball of the season over these last 5 minutes. A 14-2 run. Penn State trying to stop the drought. Here's Brigham, late in the shot clock. 5 to shoot. Jaycott gets open. Got to take that shot too, couldn't hit it. How about Kapanis on the putback, and then she gets fouled. Great job by Leilani Kapanis. When Penn State needed something, she's able to get herself to the line.
Yeah, and you see her, I mean, just pushing in, fighting for that rebound, not necessarily had the height advantage down there, but being able to clean up. And that's one thing the freshman is good at, just making big buckets, making great decisions, and the power dribble there, which I thought, you know, maybe it was a jump ball, but, you know, bumped her on the back end, just getting to the free throw line because they need something to get going for this offense.
It's been almost 5 full minutes since Penn State scored, and that free throw ends it.
Well, you saw Rutgers stepping up their defensive intensity, pushing Brigham off the block, getting into the grill of the players out there on the perimeter, so they know that they have to make them as uncomfortable as possible so they can't get in their sets. They can't run their offense, and right now Penn State was a little shook up, but you saw the freshman just putting in a much-needed 2 points.
So Kapanis leads all scorers early with 8 points. This Penn State sort of soft pressure has worked out a couple of times as Brown accelerates lower in that shoulder for 2 more.
Yeah, and a much better possession in the press break as well. You saw they got it to the middle, and then once they hit the wings, you were able to dive, and Osh Brown, once again, that power dribble, just finishing on the other side of the rim.
Here's Shea Hagins. About a 9 or 10 second difference between the shot and game clock. Camden, hold up. Hagins will try to create, and she stripped. Morris has got it. Oh, nifty behind the back. And that's a wise move. She can back it out. Shot clock turned off here. Rutgers trying to put the cap on a great first quarter. 3 seconds. Morris into the lane. Doesn't get it. Singleton, does that count? No. Just after the buzzer.
Penn State going.
Yeah, get that. In the first meeting between these two teams, Kapanis was held scoreless. The only time this season the freshman's been held scoreless. She's got 8 points already tonight.
Well, you know teams are going to come in and try to take Marisa away, so just trying to step up. A great shot there from Jaycock, but, I mean, Jaycock really finding her shot out there, and we've been saying it. They've been kind of cold from the three-point line, but we know that they can light it up.
Jaycock, a 35% shooter, Penn State's first three of the day, and it's a three and a key call. A Rutgers turnover. Second look at the Kelly Jaycock three. This is not a Penn State team that relies on the three, but trying to hang with Rutgers, who has had it from deep early.
Yeah, exactly. They can definitely shoot the three, but they look to get a lot of movement inside. Penn State is a team that shoots a lot of mid-range shots as well. Oh, you see Sidibe going after the ball. Looks like it hit her in the face. Looks like it hit Jaycock in the face.
Yeah, they'll say it didn't touch Sidibe at all, so it's an over and back call against Jaycock. Second look right there. They couldn't quite pick it out.
Yeah, it looks like Sidibe missed it and it kind of hit her in the nose. I mean, I know that had to hurt.
One of those situations where you're reading the rebound or the ricochet that doesn't actually happen.
Right, exactly. She thought she was going to tip it, but it ended up slipping through the hands of Jaycock.
Alicia Petri back on the floor for Rutgers. They go back inside for Tyus Singleton, trying to turn around on Brigham, but can't hit it. Here's Marisa. What a breakout season she's had. A little give and go with Brigham, and McKenna Marisa going back to the free throw line.
Yeah, you see Tyus Singleton just a little frustrated there, picking up another foul. But, I mean, she's just kind of still trying to get in her groove right here. I mean, and now she has to go to the bench. But Marisa, we talk so much about her. She's just so good at also drawing contact. I mean, so great at doing multiple things, a little give and go there, passing it to Brigham, and then Petri just late on the rotation, just kind of slipping back door.
5 points now for McKenna Marisa. Mentioned the breakout season. She had 13.5 points per game last year. You see what she did last time out. She was an all Big Ten honorable mention. I think she's going to get more than an honorable mention this year after her 22.7 points per game.
Yeah, and I mean, a couple weeks ago, added to the Don Staley Award watch list. So, I mean, that's another thing, too, if the listeners who are unfamiliar with that award, I mean, it speaks highly, obviously, attached to the name of Don Staley, but just reflects of, you know, how much she can do for this team. She's a great ball handler.
You look at the names on that list. As Rutgers keeps it on the jump ball, and Morris is off the mark on three. But the names on the lists, Nia Clouden, Marisa, of course, Diamond Johnson, Kirsten Bell down at Florida Gulf Coast, some big names. As the layup not there, Rutgers missed a couple of good looks, and this a foul now against the Scarlet Knights.
Right, a little bit back and forth here. Saw Osh Brown diving on the floor and trying to get some momentum defensively, but, you know, Rutgers gives it right back to him. We talked about the turnovers, the things that they've been struggling with this season, and also, you know, the fouls. I feel like they're an aggressive defensive team, but, you know, when players get in foul trouble, it kind of takes you out of your rhythm, so they're going to have to be more sound here.
Rutgers traps a guard again. That time it's Hagins. Switch it for Marisa. Trying to work around Lassiter. Off-balance shot and an air ball. Good defense there by Lassiter.
Yeah, if they can force Marisa to take off-balance shots of that nature, then, you know, that's a win in my book. I mean, that's a win, I'm sure, in Coach Eatman's book as well. So great defense. We talk about Lassiter being able to shoot from outside, but do not forget, I mean, she is one of the best at steals and disruptive defense.
Yeah, Lassiter 6th in the conference in terms of steals per game. Somebody you've got to watch out for. A tie ball game here. Penn State scored a couple of buckets in a row, the first 5 points of this second quarter. Lassiter, she's had 2 threes already, and that time misses the mid-range. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hagins as Lassiter again affects a play. So Rutgers will get a new 20-second shot clock because the ball didn't get across midcourt. Looking inside for Brown, but that entry pass tipped away. Hagins in front of everybody else for the two.
You see the speed of Hagins and the great lead pass from Beverly, but yet another turnover from Rutgers. I mean, the lane is open. They're going to have to dribble and penetrate, make these passing lane moves, and give a couple of bounce passes down there in the post. Right there, just holding the ball over your head, trying to make a lob pass is not going to work.
Oh, they lob it inside. Brown, you can see the triple team. Spins through two, and another tie-up. After Osh Brown was able to get going in the first quarter with those 7 points, Penn State's interior defense is keyed in on her.
Yeah, and they know they don't want her to get started. I mean, you saw that they doubled her in the post, tried to kind of muscle her way through. Right idea, but they're just collapsing on her. And you saw Kappen is just fired up, talking to the bench. The game plan is working to slow down Osh Brown.
Now Penn State trying to add to its lead. Here's Marisa. It's a deep three. And cans it anyway. McKenna Marisa racking up the scoring. She's got 9 points to lead all.
She really just knows how to find her shot within the offense. I mean, reading the screen perfectly. You give her much space, she's going to shoot.
Lassiter looking for the answer. Not there. Oh, put back by Sidibe. A little wily layup.
Yeah, nice read from her, watching the ball come off the rim and cleaning up down there. I mean, offensive rebound is a huge thing for Rutgers as well. Getting second chance looks and opportunities. So Penn State going to have to block out.
Switch on the screen. Brown defending the guard. Now Kapanis curls around the defender but left the layup short. Petri looking to push in transition. Almost lost it. Rutgers still looking for its first points of the quarter. 4.5 minutes in. Back inside for Brown. Can't get around Camden and lost it. It's a 2-on-1. Give it up for Hagins. Strong layup that curls out. Kappen is on the follow. That's a heart move right there.
Wow, and I mean, everybody from Rutgers just kind of standing around and looking, didn't expect Kappen to come diving in like that. Just an athletic play for her to just clean up for the missed layup that Hagins tried with the left hand.
Back inside for Brown. She strips, and it's off her thigh going the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. The interior passes because Osh Brown, they don't want her to go off and get started. We know how talented she is, and they know how talented she can be when she gets going. But you saw the defenders just really swarming them. And so now Rutgers has to look for some more outside shooting, the shots that they were able to get at the beginning of the game, and just kind of adjust to what this zone has been doing.
Here's Kelly Jaycott way out top. Shot clock goes under 10. McKenna Marisa has been able to get it going so far with 9 points. 3 to shoot, hoists. Good defense from Jalen Mason, but Penn State will get another try.
Another opportunity there. Talked about the boxing out when Kapanis was able to fly in on the fast break, but they got to find a body here. Can't give them second chance looks.
Kapanis for Jaycott. 3 to shoot. Jaycott, not a good look, and Rutgers forces the shot clock violation.
Yeah, great defense from Osh Brown. Again, I felt like Penn State didn't really know exactly what they wanted to do in the first possession, and then even in the second possession, they looked a little confused on offense. So they're definitely going to have to get more movement, more cuts. Everyone just kind of standing around right now, but great defense from the Scarlet Knights.
Well, Rutgers 1 of 5 shooting in this second quarter after shooting it near 50% in the first period. And a whistle. It's a foul against Penn State off the ball. And it looks like it's on Anna Camden. That's just the first one against Camden and against Penn State. The foul trouble for the Nittany Lions is with Allie Brigham. She's got 2. For Rutgers, Taya Singleton's been on the bench with 2 fouls. Shirk Dixon back in the game. Brown spins, and she's fouled. You can see the crowd that she attracts every time she goes into the post and wants to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, 3 defenders are running at her every time she catches the ball. And Penn State also has some length on her as well. So they're coming out with their hands high. One thing about Penn State, they've been having their hands up the whole time. You see 3 defenders right there trying to get a block, and Osh Brown just really trying to figure out this defense and where she can get a clean shot off.
Well, Brown now 3-4-5 at the line. Somebody who is right at the top of the list, the active career leader in Division I in rebounds with over 1,300 and double-doubles with 57, including one in the first meeting. She had 10 points and 10 rebounds against Penn State. Well, she missed them both. 5-on-4 here as China Cornwell fell going up the floor. Wipe out the possession. Brigham travels.
Yeah, tough break there. Cornwell slipped. She wasn't able to get back, but Brigham with the travel, so she got a little lucky there. No one was going to be able to defend her down there.
Rutgers trying to rediscover that offensive fluidity they had in the first period. Dixon, it's a high percentage look. You'll take that from somebody who's scoring 8 points a game.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a good shot right there. I mean, the middle is wide open, you know, unless it's Osh Brown. If it's Osh Brown, right, they're going to collapse on her. But any other guard that they could put there, and I've seen Rutgers make that adjustment throughout the season, put a guard in that spot.
Marisa forced to give it up. Kapanis, nice day, but long on the 3. One possession game once again. You can see Dixon, her eyes up in transition, looking to find something. And Brown, we get a foul against Penn State on the rebound action.
If she gets in the middle of the lane, have to swing the ball around.
Petri, off the back of the rim, no. Transition chance here for Marisa, blocked away. Alicia Petri got all ball.
That was a great block from her. Marisa just kind of slow and steady looking for her shot there, but that's not going to happen against Petri with the long arms, just really moving her feet. Great defense from her.
Now, these two teams have been mired in a scoring drought of about 3 minutes each. Game is slowed down and turned defense first. Off the skip pass, inside for Brown. Nice kick out for Mason. Rutgers creating some great looks from 3. Jalen Mason on the board with her first points.
Yeah, much better possession. You saw the skip pass go over to the corner. Ball got to the middle, and Osh Brown sucked in the top defender in that 2-3. So once she sucked her in, it just really freed up Mason, and Mason just knocking it down. She's a great shooter, too.
Way out top for Kapanis. Off the cross. Camden in the corner. Yes, from 3.
We said it, Penn State's also going to look for their three-point spot, too. And Rutgers stepping up the defense. Don't want it to go inside, but you got to get out on those shooters.
Pass for China Cornwell. Good feed for Petri to find her.
Nice pass in the air in transition. Nobody was stopping her to find Cornwell, and then she gathered herself and be able to lay it up.
China Cornwell, her first 2 points of the day. Rutgers getting some alternate scorers here as Camden looks for another and finds it. Anna Camden getting hot all of a sudden.
Whew, that's a nice shot right there. Great ball movement from Penn State. So Camden getting hot off the bench. I mean, that's what they need, a little bit of a spark. Both offenses were kind of lulled to sleep for a while, but you see them picking up their intensity now.
Petri in the mid-range, short, but Brown, second chance, not off the window. And the rebound tracked down by Kayla Thomas. Now Penn State could try to go 2 for 1. Here's Kapanis to the cup. And it's off Rutgers. So it'll stay with the Nittany Lions. Now you think back to the first meeting, all the lead changes and ties between these two teams. We've had a couple of those both today. This is a fiercely contested game. A couple of teams separated by a few hours. And again, both teams really, really need a win. It's been a couple of weeks for them both. Marisa gets around Mason. Out for Kapanis. Oh, good 2-player game there, but Marisa airball on the 3, and the putback's not in time. Well, they play on. It should have been a shot clock violation, and now the officials will stop play. The Rutgers bench was clamoring for a shot clock violation. Ball didn't touch the rim, and it didn't change possession either. At least it didn't seem like it.
Yeah, it looked like Cornwell had a block down there, and it did not hit the rim, and it just was sitting at 0 as the game clock kept going.
Now here we go, Rutgers ball. Shot clock is off, and it's at the game clock right now is at 10 seconds. Here's Dixon, 8 seconds. Looking, 5 seconds she goes. She'll try the three. A back rim, no. 1 second, off in time and short. Yeah, watch out for the rebound battle here in the second half. Rutgers is among the nation leaders in rebound margin. Penn State is among the worst in the country in rebounding margin. As Rutgers comes out of the second half gates and finds two. They need to get the offense going because in the second half, they only scored 9 points.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a positive spot there. You're having Petri being able to sneak behind the defense, and she's a tall guard down there, being able to just raise up and lay it in. So, I mean, it's nice to see coming out of halftime just really executing and running your stuff.
Now here is McKenna Marisa, 9 points for her. Penn State trying to get the three ball going again, but Kelly Jaycott off the mark. Chance for Rutgers to reclaim the lead. How about the feed inside for Brown? And she'll shoot some free throws. Shug Dixon, we know she can create, and she was trying to facilitate there.
Getting something done in transition.
And with the way Penn State has defended Brown, they need her to knock some of these down. She is now 4 for 7 at the line, missed both on a trip back in the first half, and if they're going to foul her, if they're going to send doubles and triples, she's going to get fouled.
Yeah, she's going to get fouled. You saw how many defenders they send at her on every possession. So, I mean, even if she gets bumped late in the game, they wouldn't mind putting her on the line if she's going to miss them.
Well, she gets the bounce there, and Osh Brown now leading Rutgers, 9 points, 6 rebounds. Appears headed for yet another double-double in Big Ten play. Would be her 8th in conference action. And we're tied up once again as Rutgers gets the first 4 points here in the second half. Kapanis could have taken the three. Well, indecision here from Penn State. Now Kapanis curls around everybody and misses the bunny. Sayani Lassiter, 6 points in the first half for her, 2 early threes. Somebody who had a career night last time out on Monday. And it's a 3 in the key call. Don't know if it was on Brown or Singleton, but somebody stuck inside the paint area, and Rutgers turns it over.
And that's the second 3-second call. I mean, you got to get outside of the paint, and I feel like, you know, Singleton has really not been able to get in a rhythm today. She's just got to hype herself up, you know, get a little bit more involved in this offense. They got to get her some more touches going down low. I mean, only 1 point last game, so it's just going to be interesting to see how she can get going. And, you know, Kapanis being able to knock it down from 3. You said earlier that she should have taken the shot when she had it.
Now Kapanis, 13 points, leading all scorers. The Sir Henry Rutgers Scarlet Knight, by the way, as we're doing the broadcast, comes over, gives us Valentine's cards with a lollipop. Thank you, Sir Henry. We appreciate it.
We really appreciate showing some love.
Dixon can't hit the 2. And happy Valentine's Day from the greatest mascot, it says on the little card we just got from Sir Henry. Kapanis tries the 3, and that time short. Penn State will take those, 5 of now 11 from distance. Shooting pretty well there, 45%. As a team, they shoot at 31 overall, though.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're going to leave you that wide open, I mean, Penn State has got to try their luck and knock down some threes. We're successful so far in the first half, but that one, they couldn't get it to fall. But you see them going right back into their press.
It works again. Kapanis has the step and 2 more points for the freshman.
I mean, she's been balling today. I mean, getting it done on both ends of the floor. Had a couple of steals. I mean, I feel like she's even disrupting Osh Brown in the defensive zone.
Look for Singleton. Shug Dixon diming it up.
Yeah, and I just mentioned Singleton. I feel like she's been out of rhythm a little bit lately, but Shug doing a great job being able to find her in transition. She has great vision. We mentioned that. And Singleton maybe seeing the ball go into the basket can help her get going.
Marisa couldn't hit that 3 behind the screen. Rutgers looking to run. It's a 3-on-2. Petri with the bump, and Alicia Petri will shoot some free throws. So Alicia Petri, 7 points so far. This is her first trip to the line today. And I mentioned scoring. Last year at Bradley University, Petri led the conference, led the Missouri Valley Conference with 17.5 points per game. She can light it up. We'll see if somebody can get going here for Rutgers as she finds two. Penn State running the offense through Kapanis right now as she gets knocked off her spot. Marisa back down on Lassiter. Scoop shot, gets the roll.
She's so smooth. I don't know how she does it. I mean, she just keeps her dribble alive the entire time. You rarely see her in positions where a defender stops her and she doesn't keep her dribble, and that was a clear example there, just being able to dribble until she found an opening and then laid it in.
Downstairs for Brown, couldn't handle it. Penn State takes it away. Hagins off the cross. Oh, Maddie Burke. Maya Beverly in the game as well, and she'll back it out. Now attacks on Petri, but Petri comes up with the stuff, her second of the day.
Yeah, she really has an eye how to find the ball and knocks it away there. I mean, she's good at blocking shots as well, too.
Brown inside, no, but a foul.
Again, Brown with that double pump in the air. I'm telling you, it's so hard to guard. You think you got a clear block on her, but you see them pushing transition, being aggressive. Lassiter with the dump pass, and then the power dribble. Osh Brown, her signature, being able to get to the free throw line. A little frustration there. She knows she should have the and one, but like we mentioned, gonna have a lot of trips to the free throw line today.
And Brown now into double figures. First Scarlet Knight to say that. She's got 10 points and 8 rebounds. 9 of the 10 Scarlet Knights to play in the game have scored. And that's sort of par for the course with the way this team's played this year. Got them both. And it's back to a 1-point game. Now you think back to the first meeting between these two teams, mentioned it earlier. It was back in that little Big Ten appetizer we always get in December. Penn State won at the Bryce Jordan Center 52-48. 14 lead changes and 9 ties, including a couple lead changes early in the fourth quarter as Rutgers trying to get back in it. Headed for something very similar today. Marisa losing everybody, and McKenna Marisa just creates and creates and creates.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing at what she's able to do without, you know, nothing too fancy. You know, I mentioned it, a clean ball fake there, being able to read and see an opening lane, and then you see 3 defenders just trying to collapse and make up for it, but kind of hangs around in the air and draws the contact because she's a great free throw shooter as well. I mean, she didn't get 31 points, you know, all from the field. She gets to the free throw line as well. She's able to facilitate. She has her head up, dribbling the ball all the time. She's just a great player, outstanding.
And she got 1 out of 2. She does not miss many at the line. She averages 1 miss at the stripe per game. So on the odds, that was the 1 miss that she's going to have today.
Right, so I mean, she was 10 of 11 from the free throw line last game.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, only missing 1. I remember you said that.
And she's been really good there. Big reason why she's boosted that scoring average up to nearly 23 a game. And still a 1-possession game as Rutgers gets late in the shot clock. In for Victoria Morris, turnaround shot. Rutgers was able to break down the zone at the end, but Morris couldn't hit.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad shot there. Like I mentioned, just putting the guard in the middle just gives you another look at scoring.
Oh, Brown snatches it away as Marisa tried to feed the entry pass. Another chance for Rutgers to get back in front. Zip it downstairs. Brown fouled once more as she's been getting hit and bumped all day.
Yeah, you see her grabbing her face a little bit there, and like I mentioned, it kind of puts her in a position to get fouled a lot because she does that double pump in the air. I mean, you saw 2 defenders. Great defense here, being able to take it away, and she can guard a guard or a post player. She's versatile in that way. And then you see her running the floor all the way down in a great lob pass. Saw 2 defenders coming, but double pumps in the air. Black History Month as well. So, I mean, it's so nice to see that, you know, that's finally being highlighted to give, you know, black people and giving them their flowers while they're still here. You know, a lot of times historical figures are honored after their deaths, and so now they're trying to just really make an emphasis on paying your respects and recognizing greatness when it's right in front of you. So I think that it's amazing to see that they're being shown with these jerseys, and they're actually really nice to look at as well.
They are. And in fact, during the break, Rutgers gave a bouquet of flowers to Jonathan Holloway, who we talked about, the Rutgers president, the first black president in the more than 250 years of this university. So really cool, and it's important to see too. Well, Osh Brown with the 2 free throws ties the ball game up. Penn State trying to go inside. They have not been able to do that as much as Brigham misses the layup. In fact, Osh Brown has been able to get almost all of her scoring in the paint, and she leads the way for the Scarlet Knights with 13 points. Been a while since Rutgers had the lead, and they can take it here. Petri warded off. Brown from less than 10. It's tipped out of bounds, and it's off Sidibe, crashing the glass.
And that was a good shot there. You know, she felt like she wasn't going to be that wide open, so she took a dribble, and I feel like it kind of knocked her off because right there on the initial pass, she should have just turned around and knocked it down. But I feel like she's just been corralled all game that she just didn't realize that she would be that wide open.
Trying to find some fluidity here with McKenna Marisa off the floor. And so they'll run it through Kapanis. Don't often see Marisa go to the bench, and right on cue, she goes back to the scorer's table. Kapanis, 4 to shoot, good feed, but the 3 is too strong from Maddie Burke. Put back, not there for Brigham, having a 3rd try. Yes! Penn State fighting hard on the glass, and Allie Brigham back in the scoring column with 4 points.
And Brigham is tall. I mean, she's 6'4" down there, keeps the ball up high as well, so her wingspan was just nothing you could really do about that, especially down there with Sidibe. And, you know, that's a tough break there. He's still trying to get a body on her, but a great lay-in.
Another look at the fight on the offensive glass. A place where Penn State has struggled, but they've kept it even today with Rutgers.
Yeah, and their length is definitely giving Rutgers some problems down there. I mean, that could only be the reason why, because we know Osh Brown, Tyus Singleton, Sidibe are just so great at rebounding the basketball and crashing the boards. So, yeah, I mean, they've just been able to hang tight here. I mean, I mentioned Brigham's 6'4" wingspan, just giving them a little problems there in that replay.
You see Victoria Morris is at the line. She was fouled by Kapanis, and it's the 5th foul against Penn State. So Rutgers is in the bonus. And you can see her sort of bouncing around. It looked like she got Charlie horsed as she tried to go to the rim.
Oh, those are the worst.
I can confirm that.
Oh, my goodness. They hurt so much, so I can imagine being at the free throw line with the Charlie horse.
Yeah, she misses the first. 79% on the season as she gets the second.
Free throws looking really important here. They're getting a lot of trips to the line, and it's a tight one.
And by the way, with the fouls, Kapanis has 2, Marisa has 2. So not foul trouble, but just something to watch out for. A trap here. Beverly with 2 defenders and a timeout.
I mean, we say, you know, you want to get wins throughout the season, but when you get in conference play, especially in the end times like now, it's all about positioning and getting ready for that tournament.
And trying to get on a little bit of a roll. That's the goal for these 2 teams. The team's stuck on some losing skids. Now, 1-point game here as Victoria Morris tries to run the break. And Penn State headed the other way. Kapanis, she's been electric today. A good recovery by Rutgers. Here's Marisa. Under 10. Beverly. She can hit threes, but she struggled from there today. Marisa goes to the rim late in the shot clock. Missed it, but Brigham got the rebound, and now we get a tie-up. And it'll stay here.
Yeah, it was a...
Mason and Singleton are in. So the shot clock resets to 20 for the Nittany Lions. Here's Beverly off the Camden screen. 4 to shoot. Jaycott try to get in closer, and she stripped. Oh, a foul. Whoa. A late whistle coming there.
Wow. Lassiter jumps up and down. Just cannot believe that call. Got her with the arm bar there. I mean, it is a foul. It is a foul. I mean, she's upset with that one because she feel like she got a clean strip, but she did have her hands on the player. Got to get her hands off, put both hands up. Really frustrating, tough break there.
And they're going to give the foul in the act of shooting. Wow. So that puts Kelly Jaycott at the line for 2. Definitely foul, like you said, Dom. Active shooting, at least on the initial read, tough to decipher. But we get the benefit of that. Our officials do not get the chance to look at it a second time. And so Jaycott hits the first. These are her first free throws of the season, by the way. And she goes 1 of 2. And Beverly can't keep it in play. Scoring woes once again for these two teams. Penn State, one of its last 7 from the field. Rutgers has not knocked down a bucket from the floor in nearly 6 minutes. Mason, she gets a good chance for it, and Rutgers again leaving some shots short. On the breakout, Kapanis. Step through, and she's fouled.
Great patience from her. And it was a dribble down. I was kind of thinking to myself, like, where exactly is she going? Because she didn't really have the advantage there. But, I mean, it shows how her game as a freshman is just so crisp. For her to come down under control, defenders there, and still make something out of nothing. Be able to stop on a dime and kind of step through and still get to the free throw line.
A couple of free throws here for Kapanis, who's had a great day. Leads all scorers with 15, make it 16 points. A former star at James Madison High School out in Wisconsin. The one-line story on her high school career is if there was a record, she broke it. And the way she's playing as a freshman, she's got a chance to do that now on the college level. Ties her Big Ten best with 17 points now. And it's a 2-possession Penn State lead. And again, that full court press gives fits. It's a 10-second violation.
Wow, they've been really struggling with this press. I mean, you saw them break it last time out and be able to give Mason a shot, but Osh Brown being a flash to the middle, but right there, just no one. Everyone backing up away from the basketball, just nowhere for her to throw it, and 10-second violation. Penn State has really come in and ran that press correctly to a T.
Chance to really build a lead here going into the fourth quarter. Jaycott gets the switch onto a guard and gives it up. Now what can Jaycott create with Mason defending? 7 to shoot. Here's Camden. Jaycott in the corner now. 2 seconds, and she stripped, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Good recovery by Rutgers.
Yeah, they knew they had to step their defense up there, especially with the turnover last break, but just really staying patient, moving their feet, didn't bail anyone out with the foul, and they need that to be able to get some offense going. You see here stripping in Lassiter, just a great defender, being able to read the ball.
And Rutgers gets it across the timeline. It's not even a full court press, it's really a 3/4 court press, but it's really frustrated the Scarlet Knights today.
Right, because it's hard to read. I mean, they look like they're coming for a trap, and then they back up, and then they close in. So sometimes it makes you second-guess yourself when you bring the ball up the floor.
Dixon, no on the 3. Fight for the rebound. Singleton and Brown were both there, and neither of them come up with it. 5 seconds. Kapanis to the 10, scoops it in. Leilani Kapanis ending the third quarter on a high note.
7 of 13. I mean, just an outstanding game from a freshman.
And again, I go back to the fact that in the first meeting with Rutgers, Kapanis did not score a single point. Only time she's been held scoreless this season. Today, she is the leading scorer, and she's a big reason why it's Penn State by 6. Can Rutgers get back into a fluid offense? It's been a long time since they hit a field goal, and they leave another shot short, that time Singleton. Last field goal was actually from Tyus Singleton. And the 3 in transition, no good, but put back, not there either. Kapanis wanted a foul. The last field goal for Rutgers at the 7:19 mark of the third quarter. Brown through the double team, no.
This is a tough shot. She got to finish that. Rutgers is going to have to find some kind of offense. They've been getting the stops defensively, but they're going to have to generate some kind of offense down low or get some outside shooting to spark up.
Kapanis uses the shoulder and gets the roll. And it's a new career high for the star freshman Kapanis.
And you can see it in her eyes. She's just taking over right now, aggressively attacking the lane, will not be denied. The soft press has really been giving them problems, so now they're just going to have to break it, take care of the basketball, and look for some different looks at outside shooting.
Here's Alicia Petri. What is the out of timeout play for the Scarlet Knights? Late in the shot clock. Dixon. 4 to shoot. Petri in the corner. Great look for Sayani. Lassiter off the glass. No. Brown on the putback. Yes. Much needed.
She always seems to be in the right place at the right time. We have cleanup there. It's been a frustrating day for real, but you see her diving on the floor always. She's just a tough player playing cleanup there.
Scoop is not there for Shea Hagins, trying to hit it, falling away. By the way, that layup from Brown, Rutgers' first field goal in its last 9 tries. Here's Petri. Dixon off the screen, carving her way in, poked away from behind. Nicely done by Penn State defensively.
Yeah, nice recovered defense, being able to get into the lane. One thing about being in lane, you got to be crisp with your dribble because there's so many defenders there, and it was poked away there.
Kapanis, we've told you about her career day. 21 points, her first career double-double as well. Marisa, back out. Kapanis looking to continue it, and left it short. And once again, Rutgers goes in transition. How about the feed for Brown? And right back to the free throw line.
A nice pass there, and she's so good at running rim to rim and, again, drawing the contact. And just, you have to admire her resilience of being able to keep going at you. She's not afraid of anything. She just really knows that she can get her shot off whenever she can. And you see just running here, making the eye contact. Shook Dixon, a great passer, finding her. And now you just got to make these free throws. There's plenty of time left if you can chip away at this lead.
Now, Osh Brown once again has been the focal point for Rutgers, up to 15 points on the day. And she is now 10 of 13 at the free throw line. You'll take that, better than 75%.
Wow, I mean, even 13 attempts is high as a player for one game to be able to get to the free throw line. So it just goes to show you that they're just going to have to knock those down. And Osh Brown, that's where she lives. I mean, so many people foul her and put her there.
I got them both. 4-point game, and Rutgers, for the first time today, really gets into a 55 press. Now Penn State breaks it pretty cleanly. Jaycott, catch and shoot. On the rebound, action, a foul. That's going to go against Lassiter. Anna Camden did a great job wiggling in on the back end of the rebound.
Yeah, we talked about it. The rebounding has really shocked me today. Penn State's definitely been working on it because they're crashing the boards really hard. We say that Rutgers is so good at rebounding normally, but Penn State has just really been trying to clean up their act going into conference play and just getting ready for the tournament. Like you mentioned, working on those little things, and rebounding is huge in the Big Ten.
By the way, that's the third foul against Lassiter. Osh Brown goes out here for a moment. So Singleton and Cornwell are the forwards. And it runs through Kapanis once again. Trying to get around Singleton. Out for Camden. 3. Back rim and in! Oh, Anna Camden gets it off the back of the rim, and the high arcer goes.
And she's fired up after that one. I mean, hey, count it. Either way, it went in. It doesn't matter how it went in. But she's hit 3 in this game, and I felt like they've always come at a big time for Penn State.
Back in front by 7. Rutgers searches for the answer. Osh Brown already back at the scorer's table waiting to come in. Cornwell, stuffed. It's Camden there for the block.
Wow, getting it done on all areas of the field. She's going to be looking for her shot again as well, too. But great defense there, Stephen Cornwell.
Here's Kapanis in the corner. This is Jaycott trying the triple, and at that time does not get the bounce. How does Rutgers offense operate with Brown off the floor? That's the question. Petri thought about it. Again, a late shot clock. Off the screen, Petri to the rim. Count it, and one. No, they're gonna call an offensive foul. Wow. And it's Anna Camden who draws the charge. And Camden travels. You can see her right by midcourt. Wanted to make the pass, but couldn't tell who it was for Rutgers. Came over and stopped her initially.
Right, I think she was still fired up from that defensive stop she got. Just a little excited right now, but she's having a great game.
Again, Rutgers feels like it's in a position here where they need something to sort of stem the tide a little bit. Osh Brown is back in the game. Singleton out. Here's Lassiter. Petri sets up from three and cans it. Oh, big triple for Alicia Petri.
Oh, yeah, not a bad read there, being able to see that China Cornwell set a great screen, had her defender sealed.
Here comes Kapanis, stripped from behind. The sophomore Cornwell got back in time. Boy, big plays on both ends of the floor here. Rutgers back within 4. Camden, catch and shoot. I think it would have sent the Penn State bench into a frenzy if she hit that.
Right, I've seen the referee telling them over there, stay off of the court. They are a fired up bunch over there on the bench, just really rooting on their teammates. Just you see intensity from each one of these players out there, just hyping up Camden. If that one had gone, that would have been something else there.
Once again, Rutgers with a chance to make it a one-possession game. Said that several times, it feels like today. Petri tries again and hits again. Alicia Petri back-to-back threes. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, she's feeling it now. She's in rhythm. You saw not even a hesitation. They're backing up off of her. What a great shot.
Oh, Kapanis with the hesitation and lays it in. Getting in front of everybody else. And then she commits the foul.
Yeah, hard foul there. I think she kind of tried to get the steal, lost her footing there, but fouled Lassiter really hard after that. But talk about the lay-in. Once again, I'm just keep bragging on her because as a freshman, just awareness to know that your defender is going to jump, the head fake there. She's just so crafty with a lot of moves. But, I mean, she has just had a great game and she comes out, and hopefully Lassiter is okay.
Yeah, Kapanis has to come out because she just picked up her 4th. As you see, Alicia Petri getting hot all of a sudden. Petri with 15 points, but Kapanis goes out. She's got 4 fouls now. Career high 23 points, a career high 12 rebounds, her first double-double. Mason this time. No, short on the 3. A whistle, it's a foul against Penn State on the rebound action.
And yet another play where Osh Brown is in the mix, trying to get a rebound. And Penn State, we said it was going to come down to rebounding, just having to keep them off the boards. Another opportunity here for Rutgers.
Taya Singleton back in. China Cornwell exits. On the inbound, goes for Brown, hanging in the air. Petri got the rebound, the putback, she's fouled. I don't know if Osh Brown needed to make it that high of a level of difficulty, but it works out for Rutgers in the end.
Yeah, she wanted to pump in the air, but I feel like she could have landed on 2 feet, got a nice little mid-range, but hey, they end up getting the rebound. Petri down there in the mix. We talked so much about her length as a guard. We saw her knock down 2 threes in a row, but then also being able to get a big rebound for Rutgers. So now it's free throw time.
And Alicia Petri will head over to the bench for a moment. Petri has to go off the court and get this tended to, so they bring in Victoria Morris, who's a 79% free throw shooter. Now, Petri is 78, so it's take your pick. But Victoria Morris thrust right into this game for 2 big free throws. And the first one's off the back of the rim. We've seen Morris a little bit today. She's played 14 minutes, but only 4 of them here in this second half. And gets the second one. So 1 out of 2, 1 possession game. Still no Kapanis in the game for Penn State. 4 fouls, she's sitting down. So Shea Hagins will start the offense. Jacob for Camden. Marisa warded off. Now Penn State a bit out of sorts here. Marisa, great move to get open. I can't hit the jumper. And Victoria Morris grabs the rebound. Under 3 minutes to go in this one. 2 teams on long losing skids, and one of them will snap it this afternoon. In the corner, Mason for the lead. No, not there. Off the side of the rim. And Marisa makes it 1 and done. Trying to go coast to coast and does not get the roll. Boy, good looks for both teams and neither go.
Yeah, took the words out of my mouth. I mean, a wide open 3. They missed the Rutgers, and then
Brown.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, it goes in. Osh Brown back to work for Rutgers.
Nice move there from Osh Brown. I mean, being able to take on 2 defenders. We talked about how they've been trying to have her on lock all night. Gets a one-on-one situation. Another defender comes, steps to the other side of the rim, and finishes. Oh, that's a big-time shot right there.
That ball looked like it was headed to the hardwood, and instead, down. Osh Brown, there's no count on how many and ones she's earned this year, but just guess that she's earned them all, it feels like.
Take another look at it, just in her bag right there. Stepping to the other side, see the defender coming. That's that veteran vision, and scoring a big bucket. Wow.
And she hits the free throw. It's Rutgers' first lead since the first half. Scarlet Knights by 1. Can Penn State respond? Kapanis is back on the floor. She's got it now. Nia Beverly. And back out for Kapanis. Around the screen. Switch to the forward. Singleton has it. And a whistle. It's a tie-up.
Just a mix-up.
Oh, it's a moving screen. Scratch the basket. Allie Brigham set the screen to get Marisa open, and it's an offensive foul.
Oh, yeah, and the defensive Lassiter for being able to shuffle and get over it, but then it's a moving screen there. You can't move your feet. You got to stay set on the screen. So a big possession here for Rutgers.
By the way, that is the 5th foul against Penn State in the quarter. Rutgers in the bonus and leading by 1. Looking for their first win in almost 2 full months. Lassiter. It's a 3! Oh, the rainbow goes for Sayani Lassiter. Timeout, Penn State. Rutgers on a roll. Can they find their first one today? Penn State needs a bucket. Here's Marisa, turning the corner. Beverly, and now Kapanis on the career day for the freshman. Off the cross to the rim, a foul. And it looks like Kapanis will shoot some free throws.
And that wasn't a bad possession there from Penn State. Good ball movement, move around. Even the freshman putting the ball in her hand saying, you know, I'm going to take over here. Just thought she had the leg up on Petri and attacked on the left side and be able to get to the free throw line. And she's a great free throw shooter, so that's not a bad option for Penn State.
Off the back of the rim, Kapanis has made all 4 today, at least till that point. 65% though on the season. Career high is 23 points and 12 boards. And misses the second one as well. Brown the board, Rutgers the ball, 80 seconds left. And they break the pressure. And Petri will back it out. Rutgers' last win was in mid-December. And we hit the final minute now. They want one so badly, especially at home. And in an offensive possession that did not have a lot of movement, Tim Eatman will take one of his final 3 timeouts.
And we said if free throws will be key. I mean, now it's coming down to free throws. Talk about in Big Ten play, it's just been close.
Morris, she's got 2 to shoot. She hoists, and she hits!
Wow.
Victoria Morris from 3. Marisa takes it to the rim and missed it. Mason the rebound, Rutgers ball. 40 seconds to go. And Morris finally fouled. Boy, Victoria Morris steps behind the arc and she shrugs her shoulder like she's done it every day.
Yeah, I mean, she did the shrug like, what else did you want me to do? I felt open, I felt in rhythm, got a couple of dribbles, got her shot off. That is a huge shot right there. We talked about how she was on the free throw line before, having to make some huge free throws, but that shot there was the dagger, and they needed that badly.
2 at the line for Morris, and calmly sinks the first. 9 points for Victoria Morris. And one of the 3s of the season right there for Rutgers. Got them both. It's a full 3-possession game, and Penn State will take a timeout here. They'll have 1 left because they need points and quick. As Marisa has it tipped back out of play. And it's going to stay with the Nittany Lions. And Marisa with 12 points today, near her season low. She's been 3 of 12. It's been Leilani Kapanis trying to keep Penn State. Get it in for Beverly. Brigham on the handoff. Marisa. Corner for Jaycott. Quickly down low. Brigham missed it. Rebound Rutgers. Shot clock off. Lassiter is fouled. And it's a 10-point game. Now, Rutgers acting head coach Tim Eatman has talked a lot about how this team does not want to become better losers. They want to become winners. And it has driven them during this 10-game losing skid. As the 26 seconds here, 67-56, Rutgers has the lead. Inbound, Bingham, turn around, and Allie Brigham gets a basket, and she'll shoot a free throw.
You have to just kind of live with that when Ty Singleton kind of leaned in and gave her a body a little bit, but Brigham just being able to convert on the and one. So now Rutgers has to just take care of the basketball because Penn State is going to try to turn them over after the free throws.
This will be Allie Brigham's first free throw of the day, 70% shooter. And she sinks it. So it's an 8-point game. Rutgers needs to inbound cleanly. They do for Petri. Ball's poked away, and Victoria Morris emerges with it. And a pin drop you could hear in this Jersey Mike's Arena. These Rutgers fans have been waiting for a W. One more coming for Morris. I got them both. 69-59, Rutgers in front, 21 seconds left. Morris will come out to get some applause from the fans here. And Rutgers with some pressure here to try to slow down Penn State, but the Scarlet Knights feels like they're on their way. Marisa, a layup, yes, McKenna Marisa lays it in. Now Rutgers doing the one thing you don't want to do here at the end of the game is foul during a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to foul, and I mean 2-and-1 situations back-to-back as well. I mean, that's not good. I mean, an 8-point game right now, but Penn State's still, you know, not going anywhere. They're working on the things that they need, and you just cannot foul in those situations.
And McKenna Marisa heads towards her bench. Looks like a little scratch, a little blood on the knee. Marisa's an 83% shooter, so they want McKenna Marisa to take this. And it would still take a ton for Penn State, but Rutgers at the very least leaves the door open a little bit. And Marisa hits it. 15 points for Marisa. And Rutgers will take a timeout here. Penn State doesn't have any left. Jalen Mason looking to inbound, in for Petri, and she's fouled. And so the 78% free throw shooter will go to the line. Now Petri at the line, chance to make this a 3-possession game once again. And makes the first. 16 points for Alicia Petri, including 2 humongous threes here in the fourth quarter, keying what has been one of the best quarters of Rutgers' season, outscoring Penn State 28-13. 9-point game, and that may just about do it. Hagins, Penn State needs 3. Jaycott inside, it's poked away, Brown's got it, and that'll do it. Rutgers finds its first Big Ten victory of the season. They have become winners. The Scarlet Knights find their first. They defeat Penn State 71-62.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the bench just running out. Everyone just so happy, fired up right here because